I have a question about timing. It sounds so weird. Okay, sounds like I'm so loud. I have a question about timing and how that plays in to things. I sort of hear it as a word that's, to me, seems like a little bit of a cop-out. Not for you, but from from the alternative community. And it seems like whenever something doesn't happen in a speedy manner, everybody goes to either blocking or timing. And I only mention it because I'm a writer and a dream analyst, and I've been doing it for about 7 years. And I think I always believe that things can happen really fast. And
well, we do too, but we want to take your word timing and explain to you what it really is. You've been hearing us talking about these vibrational matches. So if you've got your radio dial set on 6:30 a.m. and you want to hear what's being broadcast on 100.6 FM, you could wait forever and it wouldn't happen. It's not about timing, it's about alignment. So everything is happening in perfect timing. In other words, law of attraction is lining things up constantly. So your now is full of timing. In other words, you're rendezvousing every encounter, every thought that moves through your mind, every memory that comes to the surface. All of these things are happening in this powerful now, this juncture that is now where your focus is. And that's timing. So we're really not all that interested in talking about timing any more than we're interested in talking about breathing. You're just going to do it whether we talk about it or not. In other words, there is time, but we are interested in talking about vibrational alignment, which will rendezvous timely. So every thought, let's say that you're walking through the hallway and you meet someone. Well, law of attraction caused that rendezvous. And that timing cannot be denied because you're having a rendezvous with something in every moment of time. So timing is sort of an irrelevant issue. It's a non-issue. It's what I'm doing vibrationally which is causing the rendezvousing in this timely manner. Now, if you're talking about time in the sense of how long it takes for something to come to me from the time I identify that I want it until it manifests in my experience, that period of time is all about how long it takes you to become a vibrational match to what you're asking for. Because you're always in this moment getting what you are a match to. So if I'm getting what I'm a match to, 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 but I want to get this, but I'm getting what I'm a match to, I'm getting what I'm a match to, timing, I'm getting what I'm a match to. Well, I've got to find a way of being more of a match to this. And so the time is irrelevant because it is instantaneous. In the moment that the vibration of you matches what you're wanting, time is irrelevant. How much time does it take the radio signal to line up with your tuner? It is measurable, but it's not worth measuring it so fast.
So what about when it feels like you are a match? And I mean, I know that
what is happening when it feels like I'm a match but it isn't coming?
Yes.
I'm not a match. And I need to figure out how it is that I'm deceiving myself. Am I covering it up with words? Have I become so familiar with this feeling? Am I not aware? In other words, and the work is always the same. I now need to try to find some feelings of relief. And so if we were standing in your shoes, we'd poke around in it with a stick until we're pretty sure of how we feel. And then we would talk about it with the sincere and soul intention of feeling a little bit of relief.
I guess I've felt so close for a while, and even now I feel so close to my goal.
Well, you don't really.
No.
Because we're having this discussion because you are feeling frustration that it has not come. And that's why earlier we answered your question so blatantly when we say, well, you're not a match to it. And it really doesn't do any good to continue to say, why isn't it coming? Why isn't it coming? I think I'm so close. Why isn't it coming? Because that just keeps active the vibration that isn't letting it come. So what we suggest you do is sort of get your attention off whatever it is, get your attention off the fact that it hasn't come, and start finding things about that subject and about your life that you are enjoying and making peace with. What's the subject of desire?
A screenplay sale.
Say again?
I'm a screenwriter, a screenplay sale.
Yes?
Yes.
So talk to us about where you are. Just tell us where you are.
Currently I've written, my twin sister and I have written a big bulk of work, and I feel very comfortable with, I really like our work, and so now I would like to see it get to the next step of being produced. And right now I just married a writer-director who's very successful, and I'm working on a project with him for a major studio. I would also like my own project to get up there too.
So what does her project feel like to you? Feels stuck. She used the right word earlier, didn't she? So now talk to us in a way that makes us believe that you don't feel stuck now. In other words, can you feel, you've just got to stop telling it like it is and find a way of feeling it in the way you want it to be. Well, let us ask you another question. Does a screenplay writer, do you write things only as they are, or do you make stories up?
We make them up.
Well, make one up about this. And tell it so often that you begin to believe it.
I have believed it. I think recently I heard that our work was too sweet, and I think I'm having an issue with it because I am sweet, so that feels critical, and I think that's my thing I'm trying to work through now, is embracing who I am, possibly in a field that might be a little bit more open to edgy.
Well, here's the thing that we notice about so many artists, no matter what their venue is. If you are looking around at the world that you think will gravitate to your stuff, and you try to modify your work to match what you think the world is asking for, you'll be upside down and all around. You'll lose yourself in all of that, and you will not feel satisfaction in the process of that. But if you will instead just do your work, let the sweetness and the clarity of who you are flow through you. It is our promise to you that law of attraction will find the audience that matches that. So many artists lose the... Now think about what we said earlier. Your connection between you and you is all that you have to tend to make your point of attraction the stable thing that it must be in order to bring you what you want. And if you're factoring in what everybody else thinks about it, then all that's doing is shattering your energy or scattering your energy and keeping you from having that attractive charisma that is necessary to bring people to you. So you just, if we were in your physical shoes, we'd write a screenplay about having written a successful screenplay. We'd write a story and we'd tell it to ourselves often about a world that thinks they need all of this pathos, when really the world at large is giving everybody all the pathos they need, and now they're looking for a place that they can go and feel good for a little while. In other words, we'd write a screenplay about how out there everywhere in this tumultuous world, there are people that are wishing for a place that they could go where they could carve out some time and just feel good for a little while, and that you are the one answering that calling, and that your audience has amassed even before you began writing, and that the writing that is inspired through you is coming in response to what this audience is asking for, and all of it is being lined up for you, and that it will unfold perfectly, and that your work is just to be in love with your work. You see, you cannot be in a business where you have so much knowledge about what everybody's opinion is about what makes it work. In other words, what makes it work every single time is somebody came in alignment with their work, and how it looks through the eyes of others, and the stories that they tell about why this was successful and why this wasn't. All of that is just after the fact speculation that had nothing to do with what really happened. We will tell you that what happened every time is that somebody came in alignment with their dream. And those that have the greatest success are those who keep to themselves enough that they don't worry about what anybody else thinks about their dream, you see. Nobody can get between you and what you want but you. And if you worry about what other people are thinking about it, then you're getting between you and what you want. But it's not their opinion that's making the difference, or even a market that you don't understand that's making the difference. It's your cross current that is making the difference, you see. Have fun with this. Write your screenplay about your successful screenplay in the privacy of your own mind, and make it full of as much trauma and drama or ease and peace as you want to. In other words, if you want to have a rough ride on your way to your great success so that you'll have stories to tell other beginners when you're done, then write it that way. Or if you want to just wake up one morning knowing that it's coming, and every day feeling the satisfaction of it coming, there is nothing more exhilarating than to bring yourself to the place of knowing. Because when you know it's a sure thing, then you can patiently wait for the perfect timing. It is only when you don't know it's a sure thing that you are impatient and uncomfortable in the interim, you say. Yes, good.
Okay.